Sethi, and today we have Dr. Nitin Sethi with us. He's a neurologist, and today we would like to talk to him regarding dementia, which is another common neurological problem. So now, Dr. Sethi, will you tell us about the prevention of dementia, how we can prevent the disease completely?
So Supriya, as you say, prevention is better than cure. I think that really applies for dementia and brain health. I'm very passionate about brain health. So can we prevent dementia? And उसका answer है yes, maybe yes. Let's put it in that way. देखिए, आजकल बड़ा आ रहा है कि first and foremost, exercise is good for the brain. So, it's not just आपकी physical exercise, but also cognitive exercise. So the brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. So, we should encourage everybody to be physically active. Physical exercise is good for the brain, as well as cognitively active. What do you mean by cognitive exercise? Like this is a cognitive exercise. आपके और मेरे लिए, we are talking, exchange of ideas. आप newspaper पढ़ रहे हैं, आप कोई musical instrument play करते हैं, मैं drumming करता हूँ. You learn a new language, you do yoga, you do a lot of meditation. So these are all cognitive exercises. They are good for the brain. So we should keep the brain active. Use it or lose it. Very important. Brain तो use करिए. So एक तो ये होता है कि भाई exercise का बड़ा role आ रहा है to prevent these diseases. अच्छा, second, let's talk about diet. लोग बड़ा पूछते हैं भाई कोई brain healthy diet होती है. Yes, there is a brain healthy diet. And अगर आप research देखें तो usually the Mediterranean diet जो होती है, it's supposed to be a brain healthy diet. तो Mediterranean diet क्या होती है? If you eat a lot of Mediterranean diet, plenty of vegetables and fruits. Okay, अगर आप meat खाते हैं, less of red meat, more of fish. So fish is thought to be good for the brain. ठीक है, plenty of nuts. अच्छा, by and large वो बोलते हैं dairy कम खाइए. You have gluten-free diet, so you'll be able to better advise to tell us what exactly the gluten-free diet is. And then alcohol jo hoti na, drink alcohol in moderation, and if you really drink, red wine is thought to be good for the brain. So that's a Mediterranean diet. But I'll ask you, aap gluten-free diet, you take a gluten-free diet. Because of you, I'm having a gluten-free diet. So tell us a little bit about millets, because millets ka kafi aa raha hai. What's your gluten-free diet?
Well, I mean, millets is not the only thing. To live a long and a healthy life is the most important, as you said, and how we can prevent any disease. So the most important is, as you said, one is exercise, the other is lifestyle. Lifestyle includes exercise, lifestyle includes, waking up and sleeping in time, doing social activities as well, doing work. So everything has a time to be, so that you're able to put your mind to rest at a certain time. So that helps you recover in the night. So in that sense, the diet comes into the picture because it gives you the nutrients and the right proteins.
So you've been taking you love millets. I'm eating millets. Tell us a little bit about these millets. So aap jowar ki roti khate?
So not that I started it because it's a fad, but I started it because I used to feel a little more lethargic after having my lunch, because my breakfast is mainly about nuts and fruits. So during lunchtime, after lunch, I would feel a little low on my energy in terms of energy level, and also I would always crave for some sweets after. So that's how I realized that the millets have antioxidants in them, or minerals, vitamin, it has a lot of iron. So when people think about millets, it's not only about changing it to gluten-free, but also realizing the benefits and what are the things which is packed with. So I switched to millets only for that reason, because I find them lighter. I end up eating more in millets, and at the same time it doesn't make me feel lethargic, and it helps me control my sugar levels, so I don't have those kind of cravings which I used to have, and also it keeps me thin. So if you would realize that water retention and everything is much lesser in a gluten-free diet as against a wheat diet.
So thank you for that, because Mediterranean diet, it's easy to say Mediterranean diet is good for the brain, but Indians the Mediterranean diet nahi hoti. So we have to make a diet which is brain healthy from our local, jo hamari local diet hai. So if you incorporate millets into it, like you are saying, all good things. Acha, you already mentioned sleep. So the third thing for prevention of dementia, sleep is very important. Actually, bada data aa raha hai that sleep is important for the brain to regenerate. जब आप सोते हैं, ब्रेन की में मेमोरीज कंसोलिडेट होती हैं. इसी कारण बोला जाता है भाई आपका कल एग्ज़ाम है, मेक श्योर यू स्लीप वेल बिफोर यू गो टुमारो फॉर द एग्ज़ाम. सो आजकल बड़ा डेटा आ रहा है कि स्लीप इज़ हेल्दी फॉर द ब्रेन. So make sure you're sleeping well, 8 hours of sleep, good quality sleep. And एक और जो आजकल prevention बड़ा आ रहा है is that the brain health is very tied closely to the health of the mind, mental health. So anxiety, depression, these things are not good for the brain. They damage brain cells. So untreated anxiety, untreated major depression leads to later on cognitive problems, memory disorders. So summarizing Supriya, prevention mein what I like to say, concentrate on your mental health, cognitive exercises, physical exercises, sleep, diet का हमने mention किया, आपने you rightly said millets. We have to find an Indian brain healthy diet. And last but not the least, I'll bring it to you. I know you meditate, you do a lot of yoga. So tell us a little bit about that, because there is a lot of data coming out that these are good for the brain and the mind.
So yoga, I would like to stress, because I did yoga for many years, and yoga is something which I actually totally enjoy doing, rather than stressing about the fact that it is again.
Oh,
good
look, our
for
friend is here. Go ahead.
So it stresses about the fact that it's not just because it's a fad again or it's in, but yoga is something which stills your mind, which makes you calmer, which makes you take in your stride. When you breathe in and when you exhale out, you're taking in the freshness, and you're exhaling out whatever the blockages, whatever the anxiety, whatever the things which are making you feel low. You're exhaling all the things which another word would be negativity, or the kind of stress inside your body out.
Yeah.
That is why yoga is meant to be helpful.
If you read Eastern philosophies, Bhagavad Gita padhe, yoga is called stillness, calmness of mind. And Lord Krishna says very rightly, the brain is like a boat on rough seas. Hawa yahan aati hai, boat goes here, then it goes there. So it's very hard to still the mind to calm rakhna. So again, you raise a very important point. So for example, our country, we are blessed with yoga. This is the country where yoga originated. I think incorporating yoga into your life, again, I feel personally, will be a good way of some of these disorders which affect the mind.
Yeah. And especially if somebody can't do, like, you join classes or do any fancy kind of yoga places, or go to different teachers, basic exercises each one of us can do about breathing.
Sure.
So anybody can Google or write on YouTube about pranayam, and there'll be different types of pranayam which come. So you can read, go through them, observe, listen, and after a few times of that, you will be able to realize that you can do them by yourself, by finger counting on tips, and then inhaling and exhaling, holding your breath, and different ways of exercising and calming your mind. So that by itself helps. So you don't need some help outside, but a phone or a computer of yours can help you with the basic exercises.
Thank you, Supriya. I completely agree. The last thing I like to add is, कई लोग पूछते हैं भाई कोई brain healthy supplements होते हैं, nutrients होते हैं. Yes, so for example, vitamin B12 is thought to be healthy for the brain. So B12 ले सकते हैं आप. Magnesium is thought to be healthy for the brain. So there are certain nutrients you can take. So आप देखोगे some supplements which might help your memory. अच्छा, people take some supplements which like ginkgo and all that. Yeah, plus minus. But by and large, जो आपने 4-5 points we have discussed, those are the ways where if you incorporate them, and you incorporate them when you are young, in your 30s, 40s, that you can prevent these disorders later in life.
Yeah. And also, I think just having a clean diet, it's also about having what you eat every day, but having clean food which is not packaged, like the fruits and
Natural
vegetables,
food,
instead of having a juice which is tinned, having
Processed
fresh juice,
food,
or having the fruit by itself, having green leafy things which you can add like lime to it. So just basic clean food, because we are lucky that it's all made in the farms close to us. It's not imported from
farm
places.
to table.
Yeah, exactly. So here we are. So thank you so much, and
pleasure,
I hope
Supriya.
it helps. This video is helpful for everyone regarding the prevention, and for any other questions or queries, you can write to us. And so thank you, Dr. Sethi, once again, and we shall come back with another topic soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.